Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, maybe confidence just isn't for me? I did. I used to believe that confidence was something you were born with, like perfect pitch or royal blood. You either had it or you didn't. And trust me, I definitely didn't. At school, raising my hand felt like volunteering for public humiliation. Even when I knew the answer, my heart would pound so loud, I was sure the teacher could hear it. And presentations, forget about it. I'd rather wrestle a bear than speak in front of a crowd. Everyone else seemed so effortless, like they had some secret sauce for being cool and self-assured. Meanwhile, I was awkwardly stirring the pot, hoping nobody would notice. For the longest time, I thought confidence was something external. Maybe if I wore cooler clothes. Maybe if I hung out with the right people. Maybe if I just tried harder to seem confident. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Wearing the latest sneakers didn't magically erase the voice in my head whispering, "You're not good enough." Neither pretending to laugh louder at jokes didn't stop me from feeling invisible in a room full of people. And no matter how much I faked it, deep down, I still felt like an imposter playing dress up. There came a point when I realized this couldn't be it. There had to be a better way. One night, after a particularly soul-crushing day, I stumbled across an old video. It wasn't flashy, no fancy editing, no motivational screaming, just a simple guy saying something that hit me like a freight train. Confidence isn't built, it's revealed. That tiny sentence cracked something open inside me. What if confidence wasn't something I had to find outside? What if it was already inside me, buried under all the fear, doubt, and bad high school memories? The next day, I decided to run a small experiment. Nothing crazy. Just say one sentence out loud in a group meeting. Simple, right? Except my palms were sweating like I was about to defuse a bomb. I waited for the perfect moment and missed it. Waited again, missed it. Finally, I blurted out something halfway coherent. And you know what happened? Absolutely nothing. LOL. Nobody laughed or pointed fingers at me. The earth didn't open up and swallow me whole. And for the first time in a long time, I realized my brain had been lying to me. It had built this haunted house of fear, but when I finally opened the door, there were no monsters inside. That tiny win sparked something bigger. I made it my mission, do one uncomfortable thing every day. I raised my hand once in class, started a conversation with a stranger, gave opinions in meetings. At first, it felt like dragging a boulder uphill. Every fiber of my being screamed, "No, go back to the comfy shadow corner." But something wild happened. Each time I survived a scary moment, I collected a tiny badge of honor. One badge turned into two, two into five, and five into a full-on armor of evidence that I could actually do hard things. Of course, it wasn't a straight line. There were days I chickened out completely. Days I overthought a handshake so much, you'd think I was negotiating world peace. But the difference now? I didn't beat myself up, didn't break things, nor shouted at myself that you're a loser. Instead, I said, okay, today was rough. Tomorrow's a new shot. I was clear now that I want progress, not so-called perfection. That was my new motto. Confidence wasn't about being fearless. It was about taking action despite the fear inside you. And yes, humor helped a lot. Every time I bombed a conversation or stuttered mid-sentence, I laughed it off like I was a stand-up comedian at an open mic night. Because honestly, life's too short to take every awkward moment seriously. Just be calm, relax, and enjoy. It will fade away, and people won't be remembering it forever. There was one especially unforgettable moment. At a networking event, I tried to sound impressive and accidentally introduced myself as a professional napper instead of a project manager. For half a second, I considered running out the door, but instead, I laughed, made a joke about starting a revolutionary sleep consultancy, and guess what? People loved it. And that was when I learned one of the greatest secrets of confidence. Own your awkwardness, it's magnetic. People really don't like someone being perfect. What they really care about is how real you are. And when you show up, messy, imperfect, authentic, unique, you give everyone else permission to do the same. And that's when the real magic happens. Slowly, something inside me shifted. I stopped being fake in the mirror, stopped mentally scripting every conversation in advance, And instead, I started showing up as me. And weirdly enough, people responded better to the real me than to any version I had tried to invent before. Confidence didn't come crashing into my life like a winning lottery ticket. It tiptoed in through tiny actions, small wins, and the courage to be seen even when I didn't feel ready. Today, when I stand in front of a crowd or walk into a room full of strangers, do I still get butterflies? Absolutely yes. But now, I invite them along for the ride, because feeling nervous doesn't mean you're weak. It actually means you're stepping into something bigger, something worth doing. Confidence isn't about eliminating doubt. It's about dancing with it. It's looking fear in the face and saying, I see you, but I'm doing it anyway. And here's the thing you absolutely need to know. If I can do this, awkward, overthinking, anxiety-prone me, you can too. You don't need to wait for some magical day when you feel 100% ready, or don't need to read another 1,000 self-help books or attend 100 seminars. You just need to take one tiny brave step. Today, right now, maybe it's speaking up in that meeting, or it can be starting a conversation with the person next to you in line, or maybe it's recording that video you've been putting off. Small steps, repeated consistently, will take you places you can't even imagine right now. Before you know it, you'll look back and realize the person you always wanted to be is the person you are now. Because confidence isn't about becoming someone new. You just have to uncover the strength that's been inside you all along. You're not broken, nor missing anything. You're just a little buried under your fear, like treasure waiting to be found. And every brave step you take, that's you digging your way back to your true self. So here's my invitation to you. Don't wait until you feel confident to start. Start, and the confidence will find you. The better way to grow your confidence isn't about magic tricks or overnight transformations. It's about real, messy, courageous living. It's about embracing the beautiful disaster that is you, right here, right now, and trusting that you're enough. Because you are. You always have been. And the world is waiting for you to believe it too.